Let's be real, cottage cheese isn't the cheapest dairy out there and tossing out half a tub just feels wrong. But here's the good news, you can freeze cottage cheese if you do it the right way. That being said, if you just toss the tub into the freezer, you might be in for a weird surprise. Cottage cheese can turn watery, chunky, or just plain off when thawed unless you follow a few key steps. Here's how to freeze your cottage cheese and still enjoy it later. First, you'll need to choose a full fat or small curd cottage cheese. Full fat cottage cheese holds up much better in the freezer than low fat or fat-free versions. And if you have a choice, go for a small curd. It tends to thaw more smoothly than large curd. 2. Freeze it while it's still fresh. Don't wait until it's on the edge of going bad. The fresher it is when you freeze it, the better it'll taste and look when you bring it back. 3. Mix before freezing. If your cottage cheese has some liquid sitting on top, give it a stir before freezing. Mixing helps to distribute moisture and reduces uneven texture changes when thawed. 4. Vacuum seal it if you can. Removing air and vacuum sealing will help to preserve both flavor and texture and minimizes freezer burn. No vacuum sealer, no worries. We recommend trying our Quick Vac Cheese Saver. Just a few pumps, no electricity, and boom! Your cottage cheese is sealed tight and ready to last longer in your fridge or freezer. Check out the description to get it on Amazon. 5. Wrap it tight without the sealer. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, transfer your cottage cheese to an airtight container. You can also wrap the original container tightly in plastic wrap and then pop it in a freezer bag. The goal is to keep the air out as much as possible. 6. Portion it before freezing. Scoop up your cottage cheese into individual containers or silicone molds so that you can thaw just what you need. It's a total game changer for recipes and quick snacks. 7. Thaw it like a pro. Be patient. Let it thaw slowly in the fridge overnight, as microwaving will just make things worse. Give it a stir. Your cottage cheese might look separated after thawing, but it just needs to be stirred to recombine the curds and the whey. And drain excess liquid. If it's still watery, gently pour off any excess liquid before using. 8. Do not refreeze. Once thawed, try to use your cottage cheese within 5 to 7 days and don't refreeze it. Repeated freezing and thawing will ruin the texture. 9. Add to hot dishes straight from the freezer. If you're making something like a soup, stew, or pasta bake, you can toss the cottage cheese in while it's still frozen. It blends right in and you won't notice any textural differences. And finally, 10. Blend it for smoothie recipes. Thawed cottage cheese works great in smoothies, dips, or sauces. Just blend it up and you won't even notice the texture shift. And remember, thawed cottage cheese is best in cooked or blended dishes like lasagnas, pancakes or waffles, scrambled eggs, casseroles, protein-packed muffins, and smoothies. At Foodlight, we're all about smarter food habits and reducing waste. If these tips saved your cottage cheese and your wallet, help us out. Like this video, subscribe, and tap that notification bell. Thanks for watching and keep those curds creamy.